Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Elias and welcome back to Regrowth. As the sun's setting, I was going to make some metaphorical statements because this is probably going to be the last episode. So last time we were trying to summon the Shade of Leonard, and guess what? I figured out what was wrong. It was actually a really easy fix, something I didn't notice and something that, I don't know why I didn't realize it, but so there he is, trapped in a glass cage of emotion. I put him in there just to keep him standing still. Also built a nice little wall around here and covered up the basement. So what I needed was another ritual circle around. This is the 5 wide, it's a 7x7 circle. I had stuff here. And as soon as I put that down, he popped into existence. Wasn't too exciting or anything. He talks a lot. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but just damn. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't speak that language. I think it's Latin. Sounds like Latin. I don't know. Anyways, I have been steadily working off camera, making more potions, so we have a good bit of splash potions of Demon Bane, and some lingering harming potions, which we're going to need. We have 2 swords, we have multiple wands, purified milk, and we have some food. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to get rid of the things I don't need. I almost want to see if we have better food. Do we have steak? We have 14 steak. That's good enough for me. Let's put all this stuff away. We don't need it. Finally got my wand focus of fire. Right button configurations. And I added a bunch of more nodes just to kind of charge up our wands. We don't really need it. We're just going to be sending out fire. So it only takes fire to do that. But the only difference, by the way, between this potion and this potion is the splash level. This is splash 2, this is splash 3, hence why it's different colors and they're not stacking. These potions also only stack to 8, so you know. But yeah, today's episode is going to be about killing this guy, and I am terrified of that thought. So we need to get the Leonard's Urn. That is literally the last quest. So we're going to put this in here. And one last thing to grab is a potion, which is currently crafting. This might take a little bit. It's going to take a little bit longer. Making a bunch of essence. I luckily had enough. I had to harvest my field a couple of times, but that's really it. So, yeah. It is time to kill Leonard. I kind of talked about this last episode, but I want to be kind of clear about what's going on. So I have this wall because he's going to eventually summon some lost souls, which are basically subdued spirits. And I don't want them to, escape. I think they will stay on the ground for the most part. I think. So the basic gist is we're going to attack him. He's going to try to do his spells and stuff. Ranged attacks do not work against him, so don't use them. And we're just going to punch him a lot. The reason I have 2 swords is he's going to disarm us, so it's going to allow us to basically constantly attack. Once we get him to a certain level, he's going to start growing and summoning in these lost souls. While the lost souls are alive, we can't hurt him whatsoever. He's invulnerable. There's 3 different colors. The red ones are weak to fire, which that is what that is for. Yeah, hopefully, I just realized that might not be good. We'll see. But the red ones are weak to fire. The green ones are weak to our standard attacks. And the blue/black ones, depending on whether you want the trail or the actual spirit, I think they're blue, are weak to harming potions. So that's how we kill them. Once they're dead, then we can go back to attacking Leonard. And at a certain point, we can use Demon Bane potions on him. I believe once he grows, he's weak to the Demon Bane potions. And hopefully we can kill him before the 2-ish minutes are up and we die to his Curse of Mortal Coil. If we die, no big deal. We just restart. The only thing is I don't want to run out of potions. So, and we're going to lose this potion, so that's the only bad thing. But other than that, we should be able to handle him. So I have our really good armor on, and I guess let's go for this. I'm gonna go ahead and drink the magical potion because it lasts for 25 minutes. And yeah, cool. Let's do this. So I'm gonna break these glass so we can see them, and we're gonna start attacking. So we have, yeah, right there he hit us with Mortal Coil. So we just need to keep attacking him. Don't really know what's going to be the best way, but so far, not too bad. There is some of these guys, so we can't hurt him. We're going crazy. Why can't... there we go. So we can kill him again. We only have a minute. This stuff, the mobs are completely and utterly fake. Alright, so we have fire. These guys, let's go ahead and drink a purified milk. And kill these spirits. I believe shock also works against the spirits, but I don't know. He's grown, so can we throw some gas potions against him? He's gonna try to burn those, that's fine. Let's just keep... We have... I don't want to hit him. Let's get in here and destroy some of these fires. And he's almost done, but he is going to try to burn the Demon's Bane. Please stop regenerating. And he's... Oh, come on. Just come over here. And Demon Bane right there. He's almost dead. Alright, one more Demon Bane should work. Oh, come on. There we go. We did it. We defeated Leonard. And I don't know why I'm taking damage from the Demon's Bane, but I am. Now let's kill these last spirits. Our insanity should go away. And there we go. So we have Leonard's Urn. I will get to what that is in a second, but let's go ahead and burn this potion. Cool. So that should be the last quest we ever have to do. We'll have to go check the quest book, but that should be pretty much it. That was a little bit easier than I thought. Not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it was still pretty bad. The biggest thing is be prepared. We almost ran out of Demon's Bane and Splash Brews of Harming. So I think the blue guys can also die to any potion, but I could be wrong on that. So let's take a look at the quest book, and that is that. So we have completed every single quest, and we have technically beat this map. So Regrowth is one of the oldest series I have on this channel, and it's finally complete. It took us, what, 117 episodes, and we're finally done. So Leonard's Urn is a really cool item that allows you place a brew in the urn, and it tells you kind of things. I think these are the wand motions, but you put that in the urn, and then it's basically a reusable potion that you don't have to constantly brew. So obviously Leonard is the brewing boss. All of the bosses are different. So like, for example, we fought let's go down how the world changes. So we fought Death. Death is the necromancy boss. The mirror is its own boss for the mirror reflection stuff. That's a little bit different. Torment is the boss for wands, and I feel like no, for wands. I think it can be considered the what is that called? It's whatever wand magic is called. I don't remember what it's considered. Symbology. There we go. Let's see. Brewing is Leonard. There's a mini boss that is Baba Yaga. Lilith is the vampire boss. There is a werewolf boss as well, which we never got to. Don't plan on it. Trying to think, any other bosses? Let's see. How the world grows. Is there anything else here? I don't believe so. So yeah, you kind of get the idea. There's a lot of different bosses depending on what branch of witchery you go down. So yeah, that is pretty much it. That went well enough that we're done. Cool. So things I never really did much. Academy Craft I never got into as much as I'd like to. This is a very interesting mod, but it's kind of difficult to use if you don't know what you're doing. And unfortunately, I think the Electromaster was not a good upgrading to level 3. Okay, I don't know if this was the best of abilities to go for this pack, but definitely was kind of cool. So we should be able to get more stuff. Body Intensify. Current charging, so we need to get this up to higher skill level. Brain Course. So we need any skill from level 3. So we need one of these. Unfortunately, yeah, these aren't that easy. But Academy Craft is an interesting mod. I'd love to take a look at that a little bit more in depth. Mechanism is great. I do like that. But yeah, so I usually take these last episodes, these finales, to kind of talk about the mod pack as a whole and kind of what I think of it. So Regrowth is definitely one of my favorites. I'm not gonna lie, it is a really good mod pack. And outside of one little negative, it is very grindy. So if you're not willing to invest the time, like 117 episodes, you're never going to finish it. I tried to play through this mod pack like 4 or 5 times, and I gave up about at the point of getting into witchery, I think, is usually when I gave up. So it's not the easiest mod pack to complete, and it's definitely very grindy. You need to set up automation, and I'm not a big fan of the robots. I wish there was something else to automate agricraft. I know there's forestry as well. I've never really worked with forestry, but to be honest, power generation is difficult until you can get where am I even keeping my power generation? Oh yeah, we're doing the gas. So yeah, until you can get decently far into mechanism, Power generation is kind of a pain, so you have to go low tech. And in order to automate the farms, the only other option is what is this enchanted book, by the way? Haste 3. Cool. Oh, what is the forestry farms? It's the multi-block. So it's these, which are pretty heavy on the thermionic fabricator and gears, but all in all, they're not terrible. They're just kind of bulky to set up, even more so than this. Buildcraft was definitely a good choice, I think, other than with the lack of chunk loading, these guys break really easily. That's the problem I had. So, because this system was made to be self-sufficient, but because of leaving the chunks to go do the millionaire villages and all that kind of stuff, it broke. And that was a shame, because we'd have so many resources constantly with these robots, but they all kind of die. And I don't know how to fix that. I've never really gotten big into Buildcraft, so I've never been good with it. I'll just put it that way. So that's a negative, but I understand. I wish there was a chunk loading. Just a simple chunk loader would have made this so much easier. Having a base that's out in the ocean, which, by the way, I really like the way my base looks. This looks really cool. So let's see what else. Bees were bees. With a lack of gindustry, bees are always annoying, but at the same time, we didn't have to do that much with it. We never had to make the aviary by hand. It was just given to us, so that's cool. Let's see. Mechanism was fine, other than just trying to get all the stuff for it. Never did make the fusion reactor. Never had the plans to. Never really needed to be honest. Hate that my portal never connected, but that's that. Let's see. Academy Craft was cool. I kind of wish that the mod went a little bit deeper into that, but I don't think there's much more other than copyrighted music. So yeah. Let's see, other complaints. I wish there was better tanks than just this guy or those. I know that Mechanism has tanks, but I never really got around to using it. Now, one thing that is a little bit of a complaint, mariculture is great, but making the titanium by using the magnesium was an absolute pain. I can't even begin to say how bad this was. I did like trying to figure out how to use Mechanism to automate stuff, though. So I guess the lack of technology does make you kind of do more, and that's cool. I like that. It makes you kind of use what you have. So let's see. Britannia was fine. Britannia's Britannia. I didn't go too in depth. I'm surprised, but it went far enough, I think. Same with Blood Magic. We had to do enough with Blood Magic, but it was mostly just unlocking other things. Mostly Thaumcraft. So Thaumcraft was fun. Getting this stuff was always a nice thing. A little bit of glitchiness with the Outer Lands, but that's kind of normal. Kind of wish I automated more of it, but at the same time, don't care. Let's see. This stuff was just my battlefield and my bat spawner. And Witchery. Witchery is nerve-wracking. I'm not going to lie. It is an intimidating mod, but all in all, I learned a lot going through this, and kind of just exploring with it was a lot of fun. I've never fought Leonard before. Today was the first time I've ever fought Leonard. Doing the whole vampire thing, first time ever with that. I had played around in Witchery a lot, but never really understood brewing, so like learning all about the Witchery stuff, it was worthwhile. It's just intimidating to get into at first. So that's my kind of thoughts on those. The quest book was fine. The quests were okay. They're like nothing special, nothing bad. I did like Millionaire, though I will say dealing with getting all of the villages up to certain levels so that you can get certain things was a pain, especially the nerve-wracking part with these guys, I think, because only certain villages will create certain things sometimes. So you probably have to look up what you need first and then make sure that you're going to have it. But Millionaire is really cool. This is a really old mod, and I never really messed around with it. But I can see where it's worth it. So, anything else I want to say? All in all, I really like this pack. Like I said, it's super grindy, but it's a lot of fun. It really is. And especially if you like agricraft or making resources from crops, which is a fun thing to do sometimes. It beats going and mining, and you never have to do that in this mod, really, except for a little bit in the nether, but I mean, that's not too bad. It's mostly just kind of figuring out how to grow crops as quickly as possible and dealing with mariculture. Which, don't get me wrong, mariculture is a really interesting mod, but there's some things about it that are just kind of bad, like magnesium. I wish there was an easier recipe for magnesium, and the crucible. I wish it was a little bit faster. That's pretty much my only complaint. So, all in all, I think that's gonna wrap it up for us. There is some biome changes here. Yeah, just a couple of blocks. There's an eerie biome right here, and I think it's because of this guy. There was a node, but that's really weird. It's jarring. But yeah, so all in all, I really like this mod pack, and I do fully recommend it. But we are going to be moving on. There's nothing else for us to do here, so we might as well move on. The next mod pack that's going to be replacing this is going to be a little bit different. It's another one that I've seen. It's relatively new, and hopefully it's going to be a lot of fun. So that's going to be it for this series. I don't get to say that too often. So I hope you guys enjoyed Regrowth. I know I certainly did. And yeah, that's going to be it for this. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next series. Bye!